Hello again, it's your friendly neighborhood host, JT Wheatley, back for another episode of the History of Comics podcast, this time with another edition of the classics with Richard Stark's Parker, the Hunter, adapted by Darwyn Cooke. For those that are unfamiliar, Richard Stark was the pen name for Donald Westlake, one of the great crime thriller novelists of the American genre. And in 1962, he wrote this great book called The Hunter, which starred Parker, an immoral character, pretty much a criminal. But you kind of like him more than anyone else because even though he's a bad guy, he goes against worse bad guys, and he's pretty smart and cool in the way he does it. And in this one, Parker gets double-crossed by a partner, and he decides to go after, but he manages to live through it. He decides to go after his partner and get the share of the loot they acquired in a score. Just a classic crime noir with no good guys and basically all bad guys. But some bad guys are as bad, some are not as bad. Parker is, of course, this very cool, very professional guy who kind of has a code of honor, but doesn't. But he's loyal to some of his friends. But basically, if you cross him, that's the end of it. And Darwyn Cooke does a brilliant job adapting it. In fact, he did such a good job because Richard Stark's novels are very popular and adapted numerous times, but he never liked any of them to the point where he refused that anyone even use the name Parker for the character. For instance, in the film Point Blank, starring Lee Marvin, the character was called Walker, and in the Payback, starring Mel Gibson, he was called Porter. But Richard Stark, Donald Westlake loved Darwyn Cooke's work on the comic book series. He said, "No, you can use Parker. This is great." And he actually was able to adapt a number of great classic novels from the classic Parker series. There was a great number of them. And sadly, Darwyn Cooke passed away before he could do much more. But he did 4 classic novels, and I'm going to talk about each of them. But yeah, if you want to get a good start, check out Richard Stark's Parker, the Hunter by Darwyn Cooke. That's a true classic and proof of how to do a proper adaptation of a crime novel.
Positive than a New Day pancake, more fun than a super kick party. It's the wrestling podcast from the host, who is the hammer swinging, burrito eating, well, you know the rest, of Thunder Talk, Sexy Thor. It's the Ring of Thunder, found in the Thunderverse and among the great podcasts of the ESO network.
Now is July 28th, 2022, time for my favorite comic book of the week, Nightwing, number 94 by Tom Taylor and Geraldo Borgia, which finds Nightwing making a big break in his war against Blockbuster, only for a bad twist to happen towards the end and it may upset everything. Taylor once did a great job just showing us what a great character Nightwing Dick Grayson is, as he's really trying to fight to make Bloodhaven a better city, both in his guise as Dick Grayson billionaire, where he's rebuilding the city, and also as Nightwing, where he's taking out the criminals. And of course, his relationship with Barbara Gordon Batgirl was fantastic. There's almost aspirational, their romance. But you love his interaction with his newly discovered sister, who's now the mayor of Bloodhaven, Zuko, but all that adds up to a pretty big cliffhanger at the end, as Blockbuster has a few tricks up his sleeve as well. All in all, this is one of the best runs of Nightwing ever, and easily one of the best current series by DC. And Geraldo Borgia does a great job filling in for Bruno Redondo, the regular artist. His art almost looks just like it, has a great cartoony feel, but action-packed with the right emotional touch. So yeah, definitely check out Nightwing number 94, and that's my favorite comic book of this week. And join me again next week for probably a different edition of the classics. And until then, go out and enjoy yourself with a comic book. And if you can, check out The Hunter by Darwyn Cooke, because that is a true classic.